They didn't clothe him. What is he going to do to those who don't even stand up against abortion? You know? I mean, that's how we should be. If it was really Christ, would we be there at the clinic? Of course, every Christian should say yes, but it is Christ there, right? If we're really Christians, if we really believe it. Well, I put that letter in, they printed it in our local paper, and it was really very nice. This woman I had known, I didn't know where she stood on abortion, but I had known her for like 5 years. And she was reading the letter, and she's like, yeah, she should have an abortion. And she goes, Barry, I got to tell you, it hit me like an anvil in the head. I said, yeah, Julie, that's the problem, though. We don't look at it, or too many people don't look at it as being Jesus Christ. Because if it is Jesus Christ, it's a simple question, right? We'd all be there. If we're Christians, we would be there. If you see Christ, for me, again, we're all on this journey together. At DOE, we have this cleaning service made up of people who are somewhat psychologically disturbed or mentally disturbed or whatever. And this one guy used to come into our, come in to get your garbage with kind of his head down, and you almost felt like, you'd really be bothering him if you said anything to him. So after about 6 months of this, I was like, I just can't stand this. So I said, so what are you doing for Christmas? And man, he got the biggest smile on his face and started telling me, I'm going to my sister's, etc., etc. And for the last 5 years, we've had a very good relationship. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the safety tree. And for me, it's like being down in the Shenandoah Valley. You're standing about 100 feet off the ground next to an oak tree when you're born, okay? Now, because you're hugging the tree, all you see is the oak. Every time you get involved, you step back on the limb. The oak takes less of your view, and you start seeing the beauty of the Shenandoah Valley. Okay? Many people spend their whole lives like this. They don't go to a clinic because they're afraid somebody's going to flip them off, or somebody's not going to be happy, they're going to make enemies or whatever. But those people go through life, and they get to the end of their lives, and they say, what was my life? Those are the people, to me, that get depressed. They can't figure out, something goes wrong, and they don't have the beauty of the world. Now, when you step back, sometimes you're going to fall off that limb. Luckily, there's usually a limb behind. Now, you might get bruised when you land on the next limb, but you're still seeing the beauty of the world. As James tells us, faith without good works is dead. He doesn't say faith is not quite as strong. He says it's dead. In other words, I get in with my Protestant friends all the time about